What's up, fruitful investors? In this video, I'll be talking about why a duplex conversion can be a very smart investment. So the first reason why I love these is because if you're really looking to do a BRRRR, so a buy, renovate, rent, refinance, repeat, these are the type of properties that you really want to focus on because they make for great BRRRR strategies. So for example, a typical duplex conversion in my area of Kitchener-Waterloo, Ontario, Canada is worth approximately $500,000. So it's a typical bungalow that we renovate, 3 bedrooms up, 1 bedroom down. They're typically worth $500,000 when they're done at the time of making this video. So if we're buying the single family property before it's converted, we're typically buying them around $400,000. And they usually cost about $60,000 to renovate and duplex legally in Kitchener-Waterloo. So if we're in it for $460,000, but it's worth $500,000 in 2 to 3 months of the renovation, right? We made $40,000 in equity. You can't really do that with a single family property or even an already duplex or already triplex multifamily after renovations. We can get some equity, but we're not getting $40,000 or more in just 2 to 3 months. So these are great for that because you're changing the use of the property, which jacks up the value a lot. So this is why they can be very, very smart investments to pull your money out and keep going with your money or with your partner's money and keep doing more. The other reason why I like them is because there are 2 tenants instead of 1. So you guys know me, I love single family properties because it has 1 tenant, they're super high quality, they stay for the long term. Duplexes kind of fall in this category as well because we're still attracting that family with the kids and the dogs. They're gonna stay for a while, but they're not as good quality as a straight single family tenant. However, they're still pretty good. However, if 1 tenant moves out or if they don't pay rent, which is the worst case scenario, you're still getting income from 1 of those tenants. So that's the other thing I really like about duplexes is that it's still a pretty high quality tenant and you have 2 sources of income coming in. The third reason is there's more cash flow on a monthly basis. So for, again, the properties we're buying and converting to a duplex, typically cash flow about $300 to $500 a month after property managers, etc. And that's after the refinanced rate at the top value. We're still getting about $300 a month in cash flow. So that's pretty good. Again, you're getting more than a single family. My single family properties here in my area are cash flowing about $100 to $200 a month after property management. So not as much. So the duplex is really good for that, just to boost that cash flow a little more if that's your thing. If you want cash flow today, you're gonna have to sacrifice tenant quality a little bit. And that's just the way it goes. Typically, if you want higher cash flow, down goes your tenant quality, typically. But if that's your thing and you really want cash flow, these might be a great option to start going to. The fourth reason why is because they're easier to sell than just a normal multifamily property, like a triplex, a fourplex, a fiveplex, especially if they were a home converted into a triplex, fourplex, fiveplex. Those are the worst properties to own, by the way. They might be good for cash flow on day 1, but try selling that property. It's typically very hard. So they're easy to sell because you're still attracting that single family home buyer, which is the best bracket to be in when you want to sell a property because we have the biggest market to sell to. So a typical home buyer will still be interested in that property or just a straight investor. So you're still appealing to everybody, which is personally why I like single family properties. They are so easy to sell, especially the ones that I'm buying. I'm buying typically, starter homes or homes in a blue collar area where they're just selling easily all the time, no matter what the real estate cycle is. A duplex can still fall into that category and sell very easily. You're basing the value of the home on comparables and emotions, how well the home is renovated, etc., as opposed to a fourplex, fiveplex, sixplex, etc. When we start getting to just straight business, nobody cares what the property looks like, how much money does it make. A lot harder to sell those properties because we're limiting our buyer pool to like 3% of the population, whereas a duplex is still applicable to the majority of people. The fifth reason why duplex conversions can be a great financial opportunity for you is that it's also great for millennials who want to get into the market. So right now, millennial and young buyers are having a very, very hard time to buy a property, to get a mortgage, because it's too expensive, right? Mortgage rates are going up. Real estate is also going up at a very high pace. and young people 25 and under can't seem to get into the market very easily. If you buy a property and convert it, right, you're lowering your expenses. You have a person in the basement, whatever unit you're renting out, they're paying for your living expenses. So you're getting your mortgage cut in half. Hopefully they're paying for everything, which is the best case scenario. They're covering all the costs and you're living for free. That's a sweet financial opportunity. So if you're looking to get into the market and you're young and you can't seem to buy a single family home, think about converting a property to a duplex. And if that's too much for you to take on, just buy a duplex that's already done. It's not as much in equity that you'll receive, but you're still gonna get the benefit of having someone else pay for your expenses, which is a very smart financial plan and something I wish that we did when we started investing in real estate, was to buy a duplex. So this is why I love duplex conversions. If you like this video, if you learned anything, please click like right below. It goes a long way to get these videos to get more views so I can help more people like you invest in real estate. I'll see you in the next video.